My weak point is talking to the camera. I wanted to make this video because I want to have a quick chat about the behind the scenes work that goes into every creator's skill set. A lot of people, whether it's photography, editing, color grading, no matter what it is, if you're learning something for the first time, you have to find ways to challenge yourself, to put forth effort that you didn't know that you had to put forth before, so that you're constantly pushing yourself to learn something new. Because nobody ever really talks about building the skill set behind the scenes. It doesn't matter if you follow like Peter McKinnon or YC Imaging or Casey Neistat or any of those guys. Like every single one of them had to put forth effort behind the scenes to really improve their craft. And a lot of people forget that you have to do that on your own too. Nobody just starts out and they have it made immediately unless you go viral and then you're instantly famous. And then so as a starting out creator, I think it's important to remember that there's always a lot of behind the scenes work that goes into perfecting your craft, improving your channel, developing yourself as a creator of any type of degree. In the instance of YouTube, I've been trying to get into a little bit of filmmaking, cinematography, color grading, editing, lighting, trying some stuff out here, and this is actually my wife's studio. The light's cool, but there's a deer there. Baby Bambi. Playing with different color temperatures, different color lights, trying to challenge myself to become better in my own craft. But one of the things that I've found, it really kind of sets you out of your element to challenge yourself. And I'd like to share with all of you are actually sponsored challenges, competitions, things like that. The last film that we created on this channel was a short film called The Mantle. If you haven't seen it, I'll drop a link at the end of the video for it. 3-minute short film competition, and tons of different genres being looked at and judged, and pretty significant size giveaways to them. I think it was over $1 million worth of prizes by the end of the day for it all. When you start to look at competitions like that, it definitely forced us to push ourselves into an element that we've never tried before. We created a short film, we entered it, we had to learn to like market it, to distribute it to viewers on different multimedia platforms. Like, it was definitely a cool challenge. So one of the other challenges that was recently sponsored is by TMS Productions. It's a ton of their own footage that they shot for the 2020 Range Rover Evoque. And the entire idea of the competition, if you can edit a commercial for the Range Rover Evoque that's better than theirs. And the prize, if I remember right, the prize is a DJI Mavic Air 2. But that's just one example. Like, even if you don't win anything, you're still challenging yourself to become a better editor. You're challenging yourself to become better color grader, you name it. I would recommend it for anybody that's starting out on YouTube, anybody that's trying to get into video editing, anybody that's trying to get into color grading. Challenges like that, where they're for somebody else's expectations, for somebody else to pass their judgment on your product, are really where you're forced out of your comfort zone to no longer make content for yourself to be happy with, but to try and please somebody else. And it really challenges you to focus on your craft and to refine it, to get more creative while still trying to meet expectations of a consumer. And with that being said, we'll roll the footage for our video right now, and you can check that bad boy out. So make sure you like and subscribe down below. That pretty much wraps up this week's video, but there's going to be a ton more content coming out in the near future with any sort of tips or tricks that we find along the way as far as being a small channel that's trying to grow using budget-friendly techniques, or just other channels that we look to for a little bit of guidance along the way, some of the helpful tips that we find. Man, I screw this up every time. And also feel free to follow us on Instagram or Facebook, TMS Productions. There's a link to the challenge down below. Feel free to check that out as well. There's a link up above to our short film, The Mantle, if you want to check that one out. Otherwise, I appreciate you watching. Ooh, I just shoot that way next time. Yeah. Peace.